tests, your physical, and did my PSA test, and it came back high. And that's the start of my cancer journey. In June, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So, it hit me like a truck. I wasn't ready for that. The hard part was, we had it in my family. My father had cancer and he passed from cancer. So what I learned, unfortunately, way more than you'd ever want to learn about prostate cancer. But, when you're one removed, you have a higher chance of getting it just from hereditary in your DNA. So, and it started then, and then, you do your tests, you go meet your urologist. And then I knew I've done it before, but he said, we need to do an MRI. So that was a conversation I haven't heard before. So I knew something was going on. So now the noise starts kind of filtering in your head a little bit more. And so you do that, then the MRI came back and you get scores on that, and it came back 1 through 5, and it came back 5, meaning that the size and the abnormality means it's 90% chance it's going to be an aggressive tumor. So that's where I was with it. And just keep going. You do your PSA, your PET scan tests, and you have to do a biopsy, and the biopsy is what tells you where it is. So major surgery in November. The 3 months leading up to it were difficult, to say the least, Vince. It was, it's just all the uncertainty that it brought. I think with my father passing of cancer, the issue and the severity of what I was facing, I just didn't know what it looked like here in front of me. So, I got through the season. I looked at it like maybe I could go out there for the tournaments to kind of help me, maybe get away from it. But it was tough. I mean, I got it. It was tough. It was very, your emotions are all over the place, and
I would imagine it never really leaves you.
Yeah, no, it's with you. Yeah, because you just don't know. The uncertainty was what made it awful. Because where it was, there was a chance you just, worried about the spread of where it was and the severity. Look, I mean, prostate cancer, you could do a lot of active surveillance. It could be, all men, 1 out of 8, statistically get it. And it could be tame. It could be in the middle of your prostate. You could have a low Gleason score, and you could, get older and pass with it, right? And you don't have to pass of it. But unfortunately, it's the second cancer death is caused of men is with prostate cancer. So it's real. And I was faced with that. So it's tough. But once the season was over in Arkansas for me, golf was the least of my concerns, right? So, and we had the surgery done, and golf was not in the cards for me. So I shut it down, and it was a hard recovery. 6 weeks, you can't do anything. You can't lift more than 10 pounds. You're just sitting around. You can start walking more. And, it's not like I'm 28, I'm 58. So you just lose some strength. But unbelievable to be here, and certainly blessed to be here.
In that time period, I'm sure you had to lean on family.
No doubt.
And how important was that for you?
I don't know if I could have gotten through the hard times without him. My wife was, Angela, she was, sorry, Vince. She made it, I had to put on a strong face for the kids, which was hard. I had to pretend like out here, like everything was okay when it wasn't. But, but she got me through it. And I feel like I couldn't have without her. Sorry. Well, but I did. And beyond grateful for it.
Where do we stand right now in the process of that? You're getting your strength back.
Right.
Trying to get your game back a little bit. Because
right.
I can imagine going through that, trying to play and win professional golf events, stay focused. There was a lot happening there for you. Let's bring you up to speed in January.
Yeah, so like I said, this is one of our favorite places to be, right? Four Seasons Walleye is incredible. Boy, it's the state. It's just the state of the game is It's okay. I played yesterday, and I was surprised. When I first came back, man, it was 10 weeks. I was off the golf course. So,
Yeah.
January 1st from Arkansas, the last round was my first time on a golf course. So, and my clubs felt like sledgehammers. It's like even my putter, everything felt really heavy, but I had to work my way into it slowly but surely. You don't want to come back too soon because I had that nerve sparing in the radical prostatectomy. What they go through 6 rods through your abdomen, so they go through your core. So they just say, hey, you got to take it easy because they don't want any tears or hernias or anything like that. So obviously you never want to come back too early. So took my time but I've gotten it back. My speed is maybe not quite the same, but it's there. I just
So maybe this season is baby steps.
It's baby steps, yeah. I mean, for sure, it's a different perspective for sure on the game. Where it is now, it's very positive. The pathology report came back almost perfect. I'm not totally out of the woods, but when you have cancer, it just feels like, man, it's going to be a kind of a life journey where I have to keep getting checked. But look, it's no woes me. Those are the cards I have to play and I've dealt with, and you just forge on with it. So.
And lastly,
yeah,
what would be your message to men of a certain age, who should or may face something similar?
Look, I mean, our demographic on the Champions Tour, the viewership who watches the Champions Tour, we're all at that age where it matters to go get screened, and it's one of the prostate, colon cancer, breast cancer, skin cancer. You could get in front of it and you could screen for it. And I think if anybody's watching, if you haven't done it, I think you just go get screened. And it's just a blood test. It's easy, and I think it's huge. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Well, the very best to you. Thank you for being
Vince,
with us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's great to be here. Thanks. Thank you.
Coming up on our